We are less than 2 weeks away from the NFL season. So today, Fabian, Sommer, and I took a look at week one lines and picked out our 4 favorite teaser spots as of right now. If you want to see them, make sure you stick around for the full show. What's going on, friends? Welcome back to Forward Progress here on the Hammer Betting Network, powered by Pinnacle. Before we get started today, just want to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Pinnacle. Pinnacle is the world's sharpest sportsbook, offering competitive odds for 25 years. We love to preach line shopping on this channel, and with everyday competitive odds, Pinnacle should be a part of your available outs. If you're looking to support the show, make sure you use code HAMMER when signing up to Pinnacle. Your trusted sportsbook for 25 years. Bet smart. Bet Pinnacle. Must be 19 plus in Ontario. Please play responsibly. And not available in the US. Guys, today we have a great video today. I'm joined alongside Fabian, Sommer. We are going to take a look at some potential teaser options leading up to week one. Now, a reminder, this is being recorded on August 28th, and there's a lot that can happen. A lot can change. So make sure you're doing your research before you go play these, because there might be an injury that we don't know about as we're recording this video, right? So a lot of things can happen between now and week one. But with that out of the way, we're going to go right into this video. So we're going to take a look at some teaser options. The first one that stuck out to Suma is in the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears game. I mean, the market is set at around 1.5 to 2.5, which is right in that teaser window that you want to see. Right now on Pinnacle, it is plus 2.5 for the Packers at minus 119. I mean, Suma, what are you looking at in this game to tease, and why do you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so looking at the Packers, I think the Packers might be a popular team come week one or come next week. Market is already slightly moving towards them. They were as high as 2.5 minus -0.5, now trending towards 1.5. Short version, quick version. You are asking the Chicago Bears with Justin Fields and that defense to win by more than 8 points, because we're looking to tease it from whether it's 1.5 to 7.5, or if you can get it at 2.5 up to 8.5. So you're basically asking, if you have a number that is 2.5, you're basically asking the Chicago Bears with Justin Fields, who has to make a crazy big leap to be just an average passer, to win by 9 or more points against a very solid all-around Packers team that is also dealing with some uncertainty, because we don't know what we are getting from Jordan Love in week one. But when you think about modeling quarterback performances, like Jordan Love's prior, with just the small stuff that we know about him, like first round pick, 4th year in the system, uh, decent supporting cast, like his prior is not lower than Justin Fields in terms of what Justin Fields has shown us going to year 3. So yes, I think Packers are a great teaser leg for week one. Just need to stay within 8 points against a Chicago Bears squad that had the number 1 overall pick last year, and is probably not there yet to basically fade or play on such a teaser.
Yeah, and they just got DJ Moore with that pick, and that's not I don't want to downplay that, but it's not like they made some extravagant changes to this team. They're pretty similar to what they were last year, right? So, I mean, hey, I don't hate that. I'm not going to argue with that. If you've been watching this channel, you know that we love the Green Bay Packers here. So remember teasing that from the 2.5 to 8.5, or depending on your sports book, 1.5 to 7.5. So we're going to take a look at 3 other teams. The first one being the Browns and the Bengals game. Right now, obviously, uncertainty with Joe Burrow. I think looks like the sports books are assuming that he's probably going to play, right? So right now I see at Pinnacle, it's plus 1.5, minus 101 for the Cleveland Browns. So why don't you tell us a little bit more why you like the Browns as a part of a teaser leg?
Yeah, first of all, on Joe Burrow, I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be completely healthy come week one. I would expect him to start practicing at some point this week. I think he will play. But yes, we know that we want to see the Browns offense first. But with Joe Burrow, he has not practiced in like 5 weeks or something. So his preparation, his training camp was once again disrupted. That has to mean something. He couldn't get the full reps in with his offense. And on the other side, the Browns are also sneakily improved from last year. Like, they're improved on defense. They have a very good defensive line. Deshaun Watson full off season it just cannot get worse than it was last year. And yes, Browns week 1 at home against the Bengals, whose defense is not as good anymore after losing both safeties and another cornerback. With Joe Burrow, who missed practice for 5 weeks, I think asking the Bengals to go on the road and win by 8 or 9 or more points, depending on what number you have, because the market is anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5, seems to be a very good option to me.
All right, I like that. I'm a big fan of the Browns. Another team that we like here on the Forward Progress channel. It's probably going to be a trend you see with the teams we're picking here. But the next team we're looking at, and the next game we're looking at, is the Niners at home to the Steelers. I mean, right now Pinnacle has it at +3, -133 for the Steelers, but the entire market's around 2.5. And if you hit that drop down menu, you can see that +2.5 for the Steelers is at -108. So why do you like the Steelers at home to San Fran here?
Yes, not the greatest spot for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, yes, he will start. Yes, he looked good in preseason, but he's playing behind an offensive line that took some hits in the offseason. Only Trent Williams, who with the only starter along that offensive line. And they're going to Pittsburgh against a very good defensive line. So tough battle for the Niners in the trenches. And you're basically asking that team with Brock Purdy. We still don't have a big sample size on him, even though we know how good quarterbacks play in the Shanahan system, but there's not a big sample size. Missed some part of the off season, now traveling to Pittsburgh with a terrible matchup in the trenches. Asking them to win by 9 or more points on the road, tough ask. So yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers another decent teaser option at home as of now when we're looking at the market, who is at 2.5.
Yeah, and that's just a reminder. Like you said, it's at the 2.5, so you're looking to tease that to the 8.5. Last thing we got here is your team, the New York Jets, right now at Pinnacle. They're sitting at +2.5, -105. So why don't you tell us on Monday night why you're willing to take a sweat on this teaser?
Yeah, first game for Aaron Rodgers. There's some uncertainty because we don't exactly know how good this offense will be and will start into the season, if there are some growing pains, etc. But I think, again, it's a tough matchup for the Bills. It was a tough matchup against that defense last year. Um, Jets have a phenomenal defensive line that will make Josh Allen's life in the pocket very, very hard. And I think the Jets with Aaron Rodgers also have the ability to score points. They are likely going to have their starting offensive line. We talked about it, I think, 2 weeks ago, that there are some issues about the offensive line. It looks right now that the dream case scenario that we presented back then will eventually turn out to be on the field in week 1. So you're looking at a very healthy Jets squad, and again, you are asking them to lose by 8 or less points. We are looking at the market of 2.5. So that's another great teaser option for me. To sum it up, I really like the Packers. If you have a book where you can play like open teasers, I would go with the Packers, teasing them up to 8.5 if you have that. And with an open teaser, you can wait wait a little bit, and wait for next week, see if there are some more injuries. If you're not sure which second leg to use, that's an option for people who have that option of open teasers. And if you have to close your teaser immediately, I think these 3 legs as of now provide the best options right now.
All right, I love that analysis from Fabian Sommer, guys. Remember, if you're wanting to keep up to date with all the recent news, you got Forward Progress right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a little comment on your thoughts on today's video, guys. I mean, we have a great season schedule coming out here. We're gonna be live from 2 to 3 every single Monday to Friday. So if you don't want to miss out on, I mean, we're doing everything from injury updates to watching line movement throughout the week, player props, everything. Guys, it's right here on the Forward Progress YouTube channel. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, without further ado, for Fabian Sommer, I'm Jason Cooper. This has been Forward Progress right here on the Hammer Betting Network.